Hello and welcome to race number 6 in the Golden Trail World Series. We're here at the Skyrhune and it's the very last opportunity for our runners to qualify for the finals. But look at this atmosphere. The course is covered in people who are going to be cheering them on like rock stars. And for a lot of the runners, they need to podium to qualify. Now let's find out what this course looks like. Take me to the views. This is going to be a super fast race. It's 22 kilometers with only 1,700 meters of ascent. It starts off with a very runnable hill and a down, but it's been raining overnight and it's humid as well, so this course is slippery. The real challenge will be the kilometer climb that they've got halfway, and at the top is a very technical and steep downhill. Some of the runners here will crash out, and if you crash out then, you're crashing out of the season. But to start us off with is a kilometer sprint that the locals will want to win. You've got to go out fast, but do not get sucked into that. Let's see what the men and the women are up to. This race is going to be dominated by thoughts of the final though. People like Frederick Chanchard and El Hussein need to podium to guarantee their place on the plane, so they're going to take it out hard. Bart is back, he wants another win, he's surely the favourite, but further behind are so many runners that need to top 5 to guarantee their place also. Anthony Ferber, Krzysztof and Marcin from Poland, they're going to be running and making moves throughout this race. In the women, Ninka Brinkman is also back and she has to start as favourite. But Karina Corsolio, who came 3rd in Dolomis Run, she's from Mexico, fairly unknown, but has shown at this distance and this technicality, she can really perform well, so she could challenge. Behind her is a huge number of people battling. Sara Alonso, Nuria Gill, Kathleen Fielder, they all had to perform well to guarantee their place on the plane. So again, people are going to have to take risks. This is going to be riskier than a bungee jump using spaghetti. It's truly going to be the race of the season.
Be good warm up for the race, but because from start we will push hard, I think.
I am very nervous. When I said yesterday I wasn't nervous, I think I was lying.
What just happened? There was noise, an explosion of colour, people running through. It's so hard to see who's in which position, but we always keep a little bit of a surprise to you. And this week it's Thibaut. He's the course record holder. He's won here 4 times, but he's had hip problems for the last 2 weeks. And I didn't think he'd be coming out strong, but actually he's leading us up the hill. There's people like Johan Brouchard and Jan Margaret who started the season really slowly that I just didn't think would be on the hill at this stage in the lead pack, with people like Fred and Al Hussein. The big story though is that Bart is slightly behind them, only about 10 seconds, but that's not where we expect to see him. He's not looking comfortable. I don't know if today's going to be his race. Ninka started this race the way she finished the last one, by the top of the first hill. She was on the shoulder of Anthony Ferber, who himself is a challenger for the men's title. That's how strong she started this race. She looks so relaxed, enjoying the overwhelming atmosphere. She will be taking apart this course record today, without a doubt. Behind her was Emily Harrop from France. The fact she's up there in second, she must know this course to be that confident with such a strong field and all the usual people you expect to be seen behind her are in a big, big bunch. You've got Elise Poncet from Team Matrix, you've got Danny, you've got Sara Alonso, and they're going to be battling out for the podium because they need points today to make it through to the final. Oh, let's see what happens on the downhill. Thibaut's hip is clearly playing up because as soon as he started on the downhill, he started to shed places. I think he probably knew from the start of the race it was going to be the issue and he wouldn't finish in the top 3, but he saved his performance for that first hill to play to the crowds. The French, though, are showing their local knowledge. On the downhill, 3 of them formed a group with El Hussein. You had Sylvain, Johan and Fred, who came together by the base of the climb. The Rune is where this race is won and lost, though, and Jan Margaret, who's had a terrible start to the season, has come through the ranks and actually led at the top. And then you've got Mr. Bouchard in second. Behind him you had Pascal in third, who's from Switzerland. He's a skimo climber, so he's got ability. It's going to be tight though on the way down because first through to 5th make a massive difference to Fred and El Hussein, and they know they need to push all the way to the finish line. It's going to be really close for those podium positions. In the women, they're starting to form some gaps. The cameramen have actually been complaining to me about Ninka's pace because it's too fast for them. She has a commanding lead, but Elise Poncet has come through the field. 90 minutes in, she's in 2nd place and she's built a nice little gap over 3rd. But 3rd is where this race is. You have Sara, you have Danny, and you also have Emily, all within 40 seconds. They're coming downhill, and I know Emily's a good descender. Sara's looking quite tired, but she needs the points, as does Danny. There's a gap behind them, so actually this race is about those 3 runners, and you just can't call it. It's too tight. Let's see what happens on the down. The finish, and that downhill gave us the finish we were looking for. Jan stormed through for his first win of the season that also just sees him qualify for a golden ticket place in the final. Johan actually managed to catch Jan Margarita, but took too much out of his legs, and in the last few kilometers where it flattened off. In 3rd, Pascal, 4th, Frederic, and 5th, El Hussein. So it's had huge changes on who's going out to the finals. Ninka didn't slow down. She's clearly practicing the downhill for the finals because she qualifies in 2nd place overall. Today she won again in a new course record, 2 out of 2 for her. In 2nd place, Elise comes through for her first podium of the season at the very moment that she needed that to get a golden ticket place. She's through. Sara Alonso held off the fight of Danny on the down to get her 3rd podium of the season. She's through. Danny's through. And in 5th place, Emily, the local girl, holds on for her 2nd, 5th in 2 races at this venue. Now let's see what that does to the overall scores for the finals that are coming up. How the final works: 11 get a golden ticket, which means all their expenses are paid for. But even if you're not in the top 11, you can still go and try and battle it out to finish in the top 10, where the money is by the end of the season. First off, we've got Stian. 3 wins, he's straight through. In 2nd place is Bart, followed by Davide, Remy. El Hussein has done enough today to qualify. Thibaut, Francesco Papi, Sylvain Cachard has also qualified after today's performance. Jan Margarita, in one of the final places with a win today, sees himself through, as does Frederic Chanchant. In the women, Maud, 3 from 3. She's first through, joined by Ninka, a true challenger in second place. Anis Sabrier, Judith Wilder, Blondine Lohorandel are all through, as is Marcela Vassinova. Sara Alonso comes through with Danny Marino and Elise Ponset all qualifying after today's race. And Caitlin Fielder and Odile Speicher have done enough to qualify 10th and 11th. We'll see you in 3 weeks' time for the final in El Hierro. I can't tell you anything about the course yet because they still haven't set it, but you know it's going to be feisty, and you also know one thing, it's going to truly be the race of the season. We'll see you there. Carry on watching, guys, and happy trails.
After a roller coaster of a season, the best elite athletes in the world have battled. Champions have been crowned. New talents have risen. And the hunger for victory is bigger than ever. The Golden Trail World Series is going to the Canary Islands for the last event of the season. The one race has been exclusively created for the occasion. 37 kilometers of hard and raw volcanic rock trails with 2,862 accumulated gain. The final event of the season has all the ingredients to give us the biggest showdown of the year. See you on the 16th of October in El Hierro for the grand finale of the Golden Trail World Series.